Greetings, Dungeon Crusher. Today we have a helpful video. We'll be breaking down Fairy Pollen. We'll look at what kind of enemy it is, what its strengths are, and what minimum deck you can use to defeat it. Importantly, we won't be using top tier heroes, no Kulazar, Green Void, or Lord of Mightland. Everything is as fair and accessible as possible, so even newcomers can understand what they're capable of. You already know where to get Raven Tusk for crafting fairy dust. And if you don't know yet, be sure to watch my other video where I explain everything in detail. Now let's begin our boss overview. The main enemy is Sariel the Merciful. His difficulty lies in his passive ability, stealth, and his active attack, which deals powerful damage to 5 random enemies and reduces their ATK. This makes him significantly more difficult to kill. But he's not alone. 4 assistants are coming to help him. 2 Sariel the Merciful. They have less HP than the boss, but deal massive damage. After that, they can respawn and attack again. And they also have an active attack ability that deals damage to 3 random enemies. The third lieutenant is Raziel, Angel of Despair. He has a huge amount of HP and the ability to deal 65% damage to 6 random enemies, reducing their DF by 20%. This dramatically reduces the survivability of our heroes. The fourth guardian is Eltor, Angel of Balance. He also has a large HP pool and attacks 6 random enemies with 65% damage, but with the OAS bonus. He also reduces the OAS of enemies by 20%. And that's not all. All enemies have an additional ability. They deal single attacks specifically to avatar heroes. Looking at these enemies and their abilities, it's clear they won't be easy to defeat. But I assure you, with the right deck and runes, you can overcome even a boss like this. Now let's look at the deck without top runes. We'll be using the heroes for 5 doubles, 2 myth stars, and Digger, as well as many runes as possible that enhance our unit stats. For example, runes for allies or angel hunters. I also added buffer heroes with red borders and rage runes. Their job is to attack Didgar, so he can boost his own stats and those of our main attacker Fuima. Thus, even without top runes, we get a working strategy that allows beginners to move forward with confidence. I used this deck for the attack. It took me about 25 minutes to remove the Angel's Guard and another 10 minutes to finally defeat him. In total, the battle lasted 35 minutes. Yes, it might take a while, but think about it. Even with a regular 230 elite, you're already capable of killing such a valuable boss. And for this, you get not only useful resources, but also a fair amount of siege points. And these will help you climb higher and higher in the rankings. Now let's imagine that you have a protector rune. We use it in Didgar. When receiving a normal attack, it will increase the ATK of allied human heroes, and also absorb all stack debuffing attacks from angels. This way, it protects Foem from debuffs. And here's the result. With a deck like this, where Foem has 5 virtues, it took me 6 attacks to defeat the angel. Yes, you heard right? Just 6 attacks, and the angel is down. But for the sake of purity, I used the 230th elite Foem. Yes, she has 5 Valor and 2 Mystic Stars in attack, but I deliberately reduced her ranks to a value that made her stats similar to a regular 230th elite, no Valor and only 4 yellow stars. Thus, the fight was held as fairly as possible and as close to the conditions of beginners as possible. Even so, defeating the angel took only 2 minutes. The conclusion is simple. Just one rune can separate you from quickly killing the most difficult bosses. Now let's test the deck with the stealth rune. The best option is to use it on Foime. This will protect her from the angel's negative effects, while allowing Digger to absorb damage and boost the stats of her human allies. To ensure a clean test, I used Foime without any virtues, with normal stats. With this composition, defeating the angel took me about 15 minutes. So we've looked at 3 versions of the same deck, with and without runes. Now you understand that even without top tier runes, you can develop winning strategies. Yes, it takes more time, but it's still possible. After defeating the angel, your next summon awaits. Transseed. There, will face an even more formidable opponent. But I assure you, a video will be released very soon showing us defeating him with a standard 230 elite without top runes. And to make sure this video comes out faster, be sure to subscribe, like and comment. Your activity motivates me to make new videos. And remember, videos are released on Boosty before they're on YouTube. So if you want to watch everything first, check them out.